my fake laugh. Is that pretty good? We got a good fake laugh.
That was mine.
But we're going to have some real laughs going on this weekend. Get ready for some big laughs and lots of fun because the Portland Maine Comedy Festival returns next week, and there's plenty of great comedians getting ready to take on the stage all across the city.
Here to tell us more is the festival's director, Gregg Baker. Gregg, thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, first of all, tell us all about the festival. What's in store?
Yeah, so the Portland Maine Comedy Festival is the single best comedy event that happens in Portland every year.
Oh.
Yeah, this year we've got 100 different stand-up comics, improv groups, and sketch comedy groups coming all to Portland to perform just for us.
Any big names that some people might have heard of in the past that have maybe been on YouTube or they've seen perform like throughout New England or maybe nationally, or on any specials that we've seen on TV?
Yeah, so our headliners for the festival this year are Ben Roy, who had a show on True TV. He's with the Growlicks. He's a really great comedian, and he is actually a Maine local. So he is from Maine. He doesn't live here now, but he is really great. And then we've also got Adam Hatch, who is also locally famous, Pete Angelo, and James Taberge from Welcome to Maine.
Oh man, all kinds of. And what kind of impact do you think the festival has here in the area? Like maybe economic impact, or maybe just putting Maine on the map when it comes to comedy?
Yeah, it really does impact the national scene. So we are huge. The comedy festival gets us national attention from all these different places like New York and LA and Chicago, where a lot of these comedians are coming from. So it puts us on the national stage, and we do our festival at all of your favorite bars and breweries and restaurants.
Well, that's what I was about to ask. Where are some of these shows taking place and when?
Yeah, so Free Street Restaurant is our hub. So that is the place to go to get tickets, pick up passes, buy t-shirts, and of course see a bunch of great shows. But we've also got shows at Opry, Rising Tide, Three of Strong, Hill Arts. There are so many different, we have 9 different venues this year, and we are so happy to be at each and every one of them.
You know, we had the big comedy shop, of course, down on the waterfront for years, and that ended up like just going out of business. And it seemed like we had a lack of comedy for a long time, but all of a sudden I've seen an uptick. Like, I know Empire with their the venue upstairs, they have comedy like almost 7 days a week now, including some improv.
Yeah, exactly. The Portland scene is really booming. As far as other places in the country, Portland punches way above its weight as far as comedy goes.
Wow. Huh. Well, like, is this festival holding a specialty showcase? And can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have a couple specialty showcases this year, which are going to highlight comedians from historically disenfranchised groups in the world of comedy.
Okay.
So on Thursday night of the festival, we've got our BIPOC showcase with all BIPOC comedians. Friday night is our ladies showcase, so female presenting comedians. That's at 3 of Strong. That's going to be a ton of fun. Our queer comedy showcase is going to be Saturday night. And then we also have a showcase for comedians over the age of 50 who are breaking into the industry.
Oh, there you go. Talking to me, right? Hey, first of all, when it's funny how somebody becomes a comedian. I mean, I've heard of people going, I was at a party one time and I was just cracking jokes and everything. So why don't you become a comedian? And a friend of mine actually went to a couple of classes, and also the next thing I knew, he was performing at a couple of venues.
Was he good?
He was actually pretty funny, right? But how did you get into it and some of the other people into comedy? I mean, that's one thing people always wonder, how the heck did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I always knew I was kind of a funny guy.
Huh.
I grew up watching Saturday Night Live, 30 Rock, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, just huge influences for me. And I actually run the sketch comedy group in Portland as well, Hey Party People.
Hey.
Do you find what your best jokes are? I find so many comedians, they're making fun of themselves. It's usually the best thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Some of the self-deprecating humor is definitely popular. A lot of dark jokes. Sometimes our comedians on the festival might get a little dirty, but we are 18 and up, not enforced, but recommended.
And finally, where can people find out more about the festival and when can they get tickets?
Yeah, so the festival will be September 5th through 8th, next weekend, all over Portland, all weekend long. Tickets at portlandmainecomedy.com.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Should be a lot of laughs. So you can just open your window and hear all the laughs coming from Portland for a few days, right?
Exactly.
Gregg, any joke you want to send us out on? No.
Oh, I don't think it's good for air.
All right.
We'll do that during a commercial
Okay,
break,
sounds
okay?
good.
That's what we do.